Myself, I am Mohan Kumar, working as an application engineer in Aegis Computers India Private Limited. And today's webinar is going to about standardize your drawing with Solidworks best practices. So it is fully based on the drawing and detailing part of the modeling session. So we'll just see next. So who are we? We Aegis Computers India started in 1993, and it's been around 3 decades now. Now we have three branches in India itself, which is located in Chennai, Coimbatore, and Trichy. And we do all the engineering supports like providing training, and we are also the certified reseller for SolidWorks and all of its portfolios. So today's agenda is about introduction, and we'll see about what's custom property and how we can work with custom properties. And after that, we could see with templates. Template is a sheet formats. There's a dilemma going between what is template and sheet formats. So we'll just see it briefly so that you could get a clear understanding about what is template and what is sheet format. And after that, we will see how to create a template as well as for sheet format also. And after that, we will conclude with a BOM. So BOM, there are many of them are using in a standardized BOM, but we'll see how to use a customized BOM based on our own requirements only. So we can all implement in our own work itself. After that, we'll see about how to export the BOM with a thumbnail so that everyone also could get a clear understanding about what's the model which we are going to edit. After that, we'll see about the solver settings, which we could be, which every. Is my screen visible now? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, and last we'll see about the general table, which is BOM and Cutlist. It will be not a brief overview because we could plan the session in another session based on a brief explanation about what is general Cutlist and how we can use with Cutlist and everything. And last, we will conclude with benefits of the today's webinar. So, what is custom properties? Custom properties is a metadata which is used in our daily used models. It's nothing but a part number, description, and materials which we give in the model. Meta custom properties is used to collect the information to access the models. So for that purpose, custom property is used. And we could also use custom properties to give more info about the part and assembly so that the manufacturing team could easily understand about the model. And also we could use our own custom properties based on our requirements. And at last, these custom properties are also used in BOM sheet formats and nodes. We could also link all those things with custom properties. So there are two ways to use custom properties and edit custom properties. One is by using edit list in the custom property tab itself, and another one is by adding custom properties in the properties.txt file. So we'll see one by one. So editing with list. If you open the custom properties tab, which we can find in files, properties, and in properties we could find a custom tab. In that custom tab, we can find the edit list. By pressing the edit list, we can add our new custom properties, custom property name, so that we could define the values. This is one of the method, and another one is by adding in the text file itself. And to browse the text file, just find this link. In the local DC, we have to browse to program data, SolidWorks version, which we have installed in our machine, and in that language and also in English folders. There you could find custom properties.txt text file. By opening and we could add our new custom properties which we wanted. And for users which have more than 10 members in an organization, they could also use the common custom properties tab based on the requirements which they created. So the last is property tab builder. So property tab, I think many of them are not using property tab builder. It is one of the greatest function which we could use to minimize our time consumption in creating and custom properties. With that property tab builder, we could also eliminate errors. And what is property tab builder? Property tab builder is a predefined set of properties which you could already define in a model by just using the drop-down list. And to get more about the property tab builder, tomorrow there's going to be a webinar which is conducted by Mr. Yasif. Please join that webinar and see what are the brief capabilities of property tab builder. And in Solidworks Watch New 2022, there's a new Watch New which is used to upgrade custom properties. So what is upgrade custom properties? Many of them are using Solidworks in the older versions like 2016, 2017, like those things. And in Solidworks 2022, the architecture of the custom property tab is they have a new custom property architecture. So to update that architecture from the old to new, we could use this upgrade custom properties. And to use this operation, you have to click the right click the assembly name, and there you could find upgrade custom properties. We can use it manually or automatically also we can upgrade the custom properties. So by this you could upgrade your old custom property architecture into the new one. And template, drawing template. So drawing template extension is a .dwdot. It is a drawing template extension, and we could create an. So I'll just explain what is drawing template. Template which it will consist all the settings of which we used in system options and also as well as document properties. And also the custom we can predefine the custom properties which we will be using in our day-to-day activities. And also we could define a empty views and predefined views in the template itself to minimize the work level. And the next is sheet format. And the extension for sheet format is .sldrw. And with the sheet format, we could manage the layout of the drawing sheet, and also we could change anytime. It is not in predefined one which we have to use in entire model. We could change as per our needs. And sheet format is the settings which controlled by sheet formats are sheet size, border, title block, and also notes, which is linked with our custom properties. So now we'll see how to create a template. First, I'm creating a drawing template for this part. Just I'm creating a standard template with the sheet format which I needed. And I'm also creating a predefined view and changing the custom scale to 1:2 based on my requirement. And I'm giving projected views for that front view itself. I'm creating right view, top view, and isometric view because this is the views which we will use regularly for the sheet one. And I'm also changing the isometric view to shaded with edges. And now I'm going to create a template from this. Go to save option and we can find drawing template. And I'm giving my own name. EGS template, I'm giving my own name. So with this template, we could recall the template and use in other models also. So now I'm creating make me part and using my newly created template. So I didn't use any views. It automatically populate the views which I given defined in the template itself. So it takes all the settings which I used to create the template, include all the system options and document properties and all those things. So now we'll see how to create sheet format. So sheet format. Here you can find in the title box drawing number is empty and also drawn by all those details are empty. So we'll see how to how to link custom properties with sheet format. And I also am going to give logos. So before adding the sheet format, we have to predefine the custom properties. So I'm giving materials and assigning the values for this material. And also I need weight. So drawn by. So I'm giving my name itself for drawn by. And now DW number. drawing number. And for drawing number, the name is not available in the predefined custom properties list. So as I said before itself, I'm creating a new list, DWG number. So I'm giving OK. So this will be only used in this particular drawing only. We could not use in other models. So I'm giving the name 6000012. Okay, a custom properties finished. So I'm moving back to the drawing sheet. And now I'm going to right click the sheet and give edit sheet format. In this sheet format, I'm just dragging a note, and with the note only we could link the custom properties. So I'm just selecting the note and giving click link properties. And this link properties is based on the model which I used. So I've given the model number. It all automatically takes the drawing number. As well as that, I'm just creating another note for my drawn by name, and also I'm using copying the note to multi-use in all the other locations which I needed for materials and drawing date. So I'm just using the local control plus C plus control plus V to copy paste the notepad. And now I'm going to link the values. Again, going to click link properties, model found here. And here I am giving drawn by. And I'm just clicking OK. So it automatically populates the name which I given in the part itself. And now I'm assigning the material, linking the material. And the property name I'm giving the material, and it automatically takes the material which I used in the model. As well as same for drawing date, but here you could not find any date because drawn date will be changed different. We could not automatically populate this. So for that I'm using, is my screen visible to everyone? Is my screen visible now?
Yeah, now it's okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Just let me know if my screen is not visible. So now I'm just linking the drawn date, and we could not find any drawn date because a drawn date differs based on the we can't define it in a particular way. So I'm just going to enter the drawn date, and for that I'm using file properties. With that file properties, I'm just giving the new date drawn completed. Yeah. With the date completed, I'm just giving the value manually. I'm just giving today's date itself, and I'm giving OK. And now I can find the date completed here itself. So I'm using the date completed. So now I have to arrange it in within the cells. So I'm just selecting all those things at a time, and I'm using the font size and changing the fonts to 10 mm. And now I think everything is fine. I'll just arrange it equally. So this is completed. Uh, so we could also to save the sheet format, go to files and save sheet format. And I'm just giving the name in which I need to add. I'm just using EJ sheet format. Yeah, you could see all those details are linked with the sheet format. And I think I'm going to insert the logo also. I just forgot it. And for linking the logo, I'm going to insert pictures, and I'm just browsing the logo. And I'm just giving the size. And to adjust the size of the logo, we could use that handler, which will be very useful. So I just edit my logo. So I'm just resaving it now with the same name itself, replacing it. So I'm just closing this drawing and going to create a new one with the template and sheet format which I created now. And I'm just going to change my sheet format. I'm going to properties on selecting the sheet format which I created and apply changes. So you could see all those details which I mapped are automatically populated in the title block. So this is how we could create a new sheet format. And I just changed for a particular sheet. There's a scenario in which if you have to change the sheet for many n number of sheets in a particular drawing, we could use this option. With this, we could create an sheet format and we can apply sheet format for every use. We could use as a standard format and we could reuse it. And for that, we have to go into document properties. In the document properties drawing sheet, and I'm just clicking use different sheet format and I'm going to browse the location in which I saved the sheet now. By selecting all those things, we could use the same sheet format for every sheet in a particular drawing. As well as it goes to all the other drawings which we are going to use in future. With this option, we could replace the existing sheet and convert into the new sheet which we created. So now customizing the Solidworks BOM. Here you could see there are two BOMs. One is standard BOM which is already available in Solidworks, and the other is which I have created the customized BOM. In this customized BOM, I have my own materials, weight, and author name tab here. So we'll see how to create all those things. I'm just selecting the part and going to BOM, and I already created one for an example, so I'm just opening it. And with this already created template, we will see how to add a new row in the existing BOM template itself. I'm just selecting the column and adding new column and giving it a Solidworks author. And also I'm creating a new another row column. Here I am using weight, and you could see all the weights which I used in the part itself goes through here. So I'm in the Solidworks author. I'm just going to add my name, and when I double click it, it asks whether to keep the link or break link. And that is used to keep the links between the BOM cell onto the custom properties which is available in the path. So I'm just giving my name and copy pasting it to all those other tabs. And it also asks me whether to keep the link or not. I'm just going to keep the link. So I just created the customized BOM, and here the material is different for that one particular model. So I'm just opening it and changing the material. I changed the material and now I'm going to back to the drawing. Here you could see the material is also changed. Now I'm going to save this template as a new custom BOM template in the location which I'm already used. I'm just replacing the template with the new one. And I'm going to delete this one and I'll just show you them how to use our already created BOM. So I'm just browsing to the location which I used to save the BOM and just clicking it. Here you could see all those details came here directly as the author name which I given manually, so it is not populated here. So this is how we could create our new custom BOM, customized BOM. And as we see it in the video itself, keep link and break link in BOM. So what is keep link? So keep link maintains the custom properties link with both the BOM cell with the component custom properties. So if we break the link, the custom properties link will no longer be available between the model and the drawing sheet. So it is based on our preference whether to keep the link or break the link. So when we created the BOM, when we right click the BOM, there will be an option to save the BOM, which is nothing but save as. And in that save as, I'm just using the save as type to Excel. And here you could see I'm just enabling the thumbnail pin. So we could, so the output will be here, which is shown in the right side. You could also see the thumbnail of the model which we used in the BOM. It will be useful for the manufacturing team to for better understanding. So Solidworks settings for detailing. There are many settings in Solidworks which controls our whole model's performance. And now in that we are just going to see about the detailing part only. I'll just go back to Solidworks itself. So this is the model which I used for creating the BOM, and we'll see. I'm just going to the system options. So in the system option, there is an option, the tab called drawings. In the drawing, you could see automatically populate view palette with views. We have to uncheck these options because every time when we open a drawing, this view palette will automatically load. So if this view palette is automatically loading, it will take more time. So we have to disable this view palette option, which will save us the sometimes. And in the display style also, we could adjust based on our model requirement. For models which we are going to use for communicating, we could use high quality. And for some of the models which you are going to just show without the hidden lines edges visible, we could use draft quality. Based on the models which you are going to use, we could change the settings. And for performance, here you have to unselect the save test data. When we are going to unselect it, it will ask and pop up whether you are aware about this option to disable it. And what it says is if you are going to disable this option, it will no longer save all those graphical details in your model. So when we disable this option, our drawing size will decrease, so that performance will also increase. Now I'm going to document properties. So in document properties in this drafting standard itself, we could say we could select which ISO standards we have to use it. Whether it may be ISO, ANSI, or which we are using, we could change here itself. Just wait a second, I'll just see.
The screen is not visible, please.
Okay, I'll just see it. Wait a second. Is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for commenting. So here in annotations, we could manage the font size. We could also control all those things here itself. Whether we have to choose Century Gothic or Calibri or regular basic italic, we could use here itself. So once we changed here, it will automatically reflect into the model. So with this, we could change all those things. And another main part is in detailing. Here we could display we could select which filters we have to use in models and which we don't have to use. So cosmetic thread we could use it. Cosmetic thread should be enabled so that the model loading time will decrease. Because it will use the cosmetic thread only. It won't use the detailed threads option. And as I said before itself, to use the common sheet format, we have to go to drawing sheets. In that, we have to enable this option. After we have to locate this location which we used for drawing sheet formats. I'm just selecting the sheet format and okaying it so that it will automatically use the sheet format which I used here itself for every other drawings which I'm going to create in future. And the last is performance. So in this performance, we have to disable the save model data option. Because if we enable this option, it will save all those model data, including appearance, physical, and all those metadata. Everything will be loaded into the drawing sheet. It will increase the model size. So when the model size increases, the performance also will decrease. So we have to disable this option. And I'm going back to the 50. So these are the system options which we have to follow in general. And there are many options based on your requirements and it will change. So these are the options which we should use in general to for better performance and best practices in using DDL mode. So on the last is general table, which is BOM and Cutlist. So many of them are aware about BOM and Cutlist also. So what is general table? So it is just as a general description for using like in Excel itself. If you are going to use any information, just a common information which is not linked with the part, we could use general table, like adding manual data and all those things. But in BOM, it is based on parts and assembly, and for Cutlist, it is purely based on sheet metal and weldments. So Cutlist will only populate when we are when we are using sheet metal and weldment parts only. For all those solid bodies, BOM only we can use. And in general table, all those data are entered manually. We can't automate anything, but in VM and Cutlist, we can generate automatically. We don't have to enter manually all those data. And there will be no component linkage between general table and components. But in BM and Cutlist, all those data are linked with the components. So when we enter the data in the components, it will automatically populate in the BM and Cutlist. And at last, custom properties. In general table, custom properties is not controlled. But in BOM and at least we can control custom properties. So benefits of this webinar. So if you follow all those things which we discussed in the previous slides, we could minimize the potential human errors because once we automated the drawing process, everything will be linked and it follows some standards so that the newcomer in your organization won't have to check many things and you could easily work with collaboratively with every people in your organization. And we could also reduce the rework, boost the productivity, and enhance our detailing process. And the main part is if we use custom properties, we could automate we could reuse the properties which you used for a model. We could use n number of times all those custom properties to every other drawing which you are going to use that particular model. On last, it is easy and efficient.